Hello, this is Paula. Welcome to my crafty channel. I've got this bunch of photos of my daughter with some of her friends down in her university town going to a fun night out. So I was just thinking that this would look beautiful on a scrapbook layout, quite possibly bringing in some of that gorgeous wood grain paper from the Country Woods collection. And I am considering bringing in also the Layers of Beauty stamp set. So this is that stunning sort of floral rose bunch, and it's also got the stencils and the dies to match. So let's see how this layout comes together. So the first thing we do is take a look at some of the different wood grain patterns. I'm actually really loving this really grey stripe pattern, I guess you'd call it wood grain. It does emulate that old historic building feel, and I think it's going to work really well with these photos as they're from Dunedin. So now I'm going to grab that beautiful stamp set, and I'm decided that I'll do a little bit of heat embossing. So I'm going to use my black pigment ink, which is a more wet ink, and then I can layer over that some of the clear embossing powder and then heat set it. And by doing that, I'll get a really stunning black effect. It will be a true black, nice and shiny. It will sort of almost add that element of bling to the page in a way, but it also just has a really crisp finish. So I've gone off and done the heat setting in the background, and now we need to sort of determine how best to put this paper so that I can display all my photos. I've done a little trick here with my photos. The photo of Olivia in her beautiful colourful dress actually stands out much better by taking away the colour from the other photos. So I've made the others grayscale. You'll see the 4 down the bottom. And by doing that, I was able to put them all together on the same page as well, instead of having the clash of purples and blossom pink and all these other colours that were coming in. So I think it's going to work well. I've decided I'm going to actually use a full sheet of that wood grain in the backdrop and just keep this as a left-hand panel. But I did feel that it needed a slight bit of colour. So this is where those masks that come in the set, there's 5 different masks, and they help you to colour in beautifully. So I have used the first mask to help me colour in the flowers, and now I'm actually going to mask 4, which is the first one of the leaves, to bring in a little bit of green for the leaves. And I am just going quite light, just trying to add a little hint of colour. And I do look at it now and wonder whether I should have stopped at this point. However, there is another mask for leaves, and I thought I might just bring in 2 tones and bring in the slightly deeper green as well. It still looks great, but I think the effect could have been kept soft without this extra layer. You know, either way works beautifully though, and I do love how these masks work. So I've pulled it back in. I've still got that little red strip of paper down the side, but I decided just by doing a photo mat around the main photo with just a hint of red, that was enough. I didn't need any more, so I have actually taken that one away. I'm also heat setting this piece, and I'm going to cut this out, and this is going to become an embellishment. Black and white florals are such a fun element to work with, but I don't need such a large piece. And in this die cut set, you get this little mini rose die cut as well. So simply tucking that piece underneath, I can raise the little single rose, and doesn't that look cool together? I've gone off and done a little bit more with the die set as well, cut out another piece, and I've cut that all up and put in the top left-hand corner when you start to look at these finished results. Such an easy page to put together. I've added a little tiny tag to give a few details about the event, but otherwise I love the finished result. Isn't this a beautiful stamp set to use?